Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome back to another episode of The Long Dark. You may notice that we are back in the mountains for some reason. Apparently the game didn't save after we left, so as much as I'd like to run and deal with this off camera, I actually don't have time right now, unfortunately, so we're going to run back in the video here. Sorry about this. It's like we're cursed or something. The game just wants us to be here, but I got a much better idea of where we need to go now. I may still get lost. I actually don't have the map open because I was not expecting this bullshit, but we'll do the best we can. I have a relatively good idea of where we're going, and maybe if I'm lucky, I'll be able to avoid the bear attack here. So to the best of my knowledge, we are roughly heading south. So I'm going to go all the way this way, which I think is the correct direction. And then we're going to go that way. And that should take us right to the exit. In fact, this might be it up here. I don't totally remember, but it's a reasonable guess. This looks familiar to me, but that doesn't really mean anything. It could be over there, but I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's this way. And I think I saw plane debris on the way in, so off we go. If I'm not mistaken, we got attacked by... Maybe we didn't. No, you know what? I probably didn't. I think... maybe I got attacked by a wolf on the way out the first time. So with any luck, I'm going the right way, and that won't be an issue again. Yeah, landing gear. That doesn't really help me, but thanks for the note. It's very pretty. We're right in the dawn here, so it's very early morning. But actually, that reminds me, there was a couple times, it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, and something that I'd like to repeat later in life. I'll probably try to get like maybe pick up a house on the outskirts of Toronto at some point. But I usually don't like the East Coast, but heading out there in the winter, and I was out in Toronto in the winter, and I was in school, but I was, I wouldn't say an insomniac. I'm like 99% sure we're going the right way now, so this should be super easy. But yeah, I wouldn't say I was an insomniac, but I couldn't really, I didn't want to go to class. I was a really bad student. I did a really poor job in college, but I'm still relatively intelligent, which I think shows in my videos. But anyway, the point is, I didn't go to that many of my classes. Because once you skip one, it's sort of like, well, okay, that was easy. Why don't I skip them all? And I skipped a lot of the classes, and that led to a lot of bad grades, and I'm not happy about that, or proud about it, but it's a part of my life, and I'm not going to hide from it. So, long story short, I was up at like 4 in the morning. It was dead of the night. Completely dead of the night. We're definitely going the right way, by the way. And it hadn't really been snowing. I think, in fact, the snow had recently melted, so there was nothing on the ground. But then that night, there was a little bit of snow coming down just like this, where it's just really, really light, really slow powder, nice big snowflakes. And the thing about big snowflakes is I think they tend to happen when it's not totally freezing. So basically the snow forms, but then it's a little bit wet, so it sticks together in the sky as it falls. That's just a total guess. That may not be how it works at all, but that's how that's the most rational explanation I can come up with for how it works. So it was coming down, these pretty big chunks, not super big, but you know, bigger than a usual snowflake. And it was this really beautiful scene, because I think the reason why I think that it's slightly wet snow that causes that is the snowflakes were particularly reflective. They were more shiny than usual. So imagine the scene. You've got pretty big visible snowflakes coming down, gliding down really slowly. They're all shining a lot because of how wet they are. And you just have this beautiful scene where there's just a little light dusting of it, very evenly spread all across the ground. So you have this beautiful... Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You have this really beautiful We could get off there, but I don't really want to. This really beautiful scene. I have some pictures of it that I could post up on Twitter if people want to see it. Just let me know in the comments if you want to see it, and I'll throw it up on Twitter. I think I still have the video. I'll have to check, but I'm like 90% sure it's in there somewhere, so I can dig it out. We already looted all this, yeah. Check the outhouse just for shits and giggles. Maybe there's something here. I guess we can't open it. That's okay. Well, we're in a safer area now, so I'm going to go ahead and take this, since I don't mind being overburdened quite so much. But yeah, so it's this really beautiful scene, and the nice thing... We're a little hungry. I'll eat something, whatever. Go ahead and eat... you know what? I'm just going to have a soda. That was pretty good. It's not the best. That did an okay job, though. But in California, and you wouldn't think this if you looked at San Francisco, because there's a lot of brick buildings in San Francisco, but generally speaking, you don't want to build anything out of brick in California. I think there's some special things you can do with it, and some of the older buildings in SF, I think, have been reinforced, because obviously there's a lot of earthquakes in California, and what will wind up happening is if you build everything out of brick, it's just going to crumble, because it's a relatively brittle structure. That's why most stuff in California, other than temperature reasons, is made out of wood. It's because wood can flex and bend, and it's usually not going to be that much of a problem. And then when you have bigger buildings, it's much more complex, and you see more... just there's ways to construct them that make it a non-factor. So, but there's old brick buildings, so you see a little bit of that. But in Toronto, there's a lot of brick buildings, and it was just really beautiful to see all of the little townhouses that the school put us up in. Those are basically the dorms on campus, and walk down this kind of like walkway with townhouses on either side. It's like a block going down each side. They got their porch lights on, there's street lights on as well, and just reflecting against the snow. Is that a wolf? It's a wolf or a bear, I'm not sure which. Oh, it's an elk, never mind. Yeah, it was really nice to just kind of walk around late at night. There's no footprints in the snow because no one's up, no one's around. It's fresh snowfall, so you're in this, it's like an empty city, it feels like, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Natural beauty is just amazing. There's all kinds of different ways that it can look incredibly beautiful, and that was one of the nights that stuck with me, and I'm very happy I had a camera with me. The resolution wasn't great because it was talking about like the early 2000s, so my camera was subpar to say the least, and I think that camera was from like 1998 or something anyway, so it was pretty old even for that era. It wasn't like a camera phone situation like today where anyone can take HD pictures, no problem. I want to go down there, because I don't know if this is actually the farm area. I should have looked. I'm fairly certain it's Pleasant Valley, but I don't actually know if Pleasant Valley is the farm area. Anyway, we clearly need to go another route, so we're going to try going this way and find our way down. I'm not too worried about being cold. It's going to warm up, and I can start a fire anytime I like. We got plenty of trees and branches around to make that happen. It might be wise for me to do that now, because our condition's kind of dropping, and we're also pretty hungry, and we're low on water, so you know what? Let us go ahead and do that. It's like there's branches around here, so we're going to make use of this. I'm not going to go for wood. We don't need lumber here. But I think I already told this story, but I'll tell it again just in case you haven't heard it, or I'm mistaken and I actually haven't told it. I know I've told it to friends because I showed them pictures, but I never told it, or I may not have ever told it on the stream, or YouTube rather. So basically, one of those nights it was quite dark, and to be fair, it might have been earlier in the day because it gets dark very early that far north in the winter. So I was cooking in the kitchen, just kind of minding my own business. Why are you charging at me, dude? Go away. And I looked out the window, and there was a deer. I was like, oh, cool. There's wildlife coming right up to the college campus, and that, you know, that's just the nature of that particular college campus. It's pretty close to close to some woods. Dude, what do you want to die? Is that what you're trying to do here? No, I don't have a pry bar. That's a shame. But, yeah, so there's a deer, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of odd. And then I looked a little bit closer, and I was like, wait a minute. Fucker's only got 3 legs. What the hell? One of its legs was like a stump. It was really weird. Lifesaver. Need food. The one thing here is we are definitely running low on food, so it's good to be able to get a little bit out of that here. It's a shame I can't open the trunk, but that's okay. We are alright. Now the nice thing is we're getting a lot of crow feathers, which will help us make arrows if we so desire. At this point, we're kind of okay. I'm not going to worry about it, but this is a godsend. See, this is why I wanted to leave the mountains. You're never going to find this kind of shit in the mountains. There's 0 chance. So, actually, I wonder if these guys were heading towards the mountains. That'd be kind of funny. I mean, not for them. It would suck for them. Seems they made a poor decision. But I don't... Why would you... Like, if there's a storm... Oh, I guess maybe the storm is what killed it here. I don't know what you can do with that, but... Maybe it helps start a fire somehow. You can use batteries to start fires, I believe. Yeah, I got pictures of the 3-legged deer too, but the problem is that was particularly blurry. The other pictures kind of came out okay, but the picture of the deer is just shit. You can't really make much out. You can even barely make out that it's 3-legged, I think. If I recall correctly. Alright, we need to make our fire. Let's go ahead and do that. I will fuel it with a stick, thank you very much. What happened? Did it just die instantaneously? I like looked away for 2 seconds. Oh, I hit back, that's why. Okay. Well, that explains that. Give me a fire, please. I would very much like to not be quite so cold. It'd be really great if this could work. You actually consistently, I mean, yeah. Well, don't whine, you're the one who fucked it up, dude. I'm the one who has every... Oh, you didn't even use everything. Or at least not the stick. I clicked back again, didn't I? If we have trouble, I might consider using accelerant here, but I don't think that's really necessary at this point. I think we might be having wind-related issues, so I might need to find somewhere else to start this, actually. I think this might be a terrible idea, making it here. But it looks like it might be working out. I don't know. It's a toss-up at this point. Man, I wish... I miss fires. Used to do barbecues. Burning wood is a really bad idea, generally, because it pollutes, but... Dude, just go. Like, you've been able to run away for like 20 minutes now. Get out of here. It's bad for the environment, but it's also fun. So, it's not something I want to make a habit of doing, but it's fun to do every once in a while to, you know, just kind of relax and enjoy yourself a little. Don't want to do it too often, but I miss barbecuing, I miss having a, like, fire camp out kind of thing. But the funny thing is, the stuff I want to eat right now, actually, the stuff that I'm really interested in eating is, this is the weirdest thing. It's just completely stupid, but I want to make a relatively light Alfredo sauce, and I want to get some nutmeg in there. And then I want spinach, and pasta, and maybe some nice chicken sausage. That is what I would enjoy at this particular moment, and... Oh, it's after midnight. It'd be probably kind of stupid to eat more right now, but I kind of want to. Probably just have some green tea ice cream, but I am considering making some curry. I mean, I already made it. It's just, I just need to microwave it, but I am tempted. Alright, let's go. I think we're heading down this way, away from the cars. It wasn't too bad. Warmed up a bit too. It's 8 degrees Celsius now instead of 14, or negative 14. Seems to be getting a little bit colder, which might have to do with the torch dying out. So maybe it's still negative 14. I'm just not feeling it because I have this little brand, which is kind of trashy. But, I mean, they gave us the option. We might as well make use of it. No sense in not. Ooh. I slowed down a lot there. I wonder what that was. Must have like hit a ridge or something. Did it again. What the hell? Every once in a while I just kind of like slow down and stop. Okay, so it's wind. It's the wind. Alright, we'll try to move out of that, but I don't think there's much we can do at this point because we kind of need to go this way. Wonder if that's another exit to somewhere. I wonder if you can light an entire tree on fire. That would be interesting. It'd be dangerous as hell because it might fall over on you depending on how you burn it, and you don't really have control over how it burns, probably, so that'd be really dangerous. And I think dead wood burns a lot better than live wood because live wood is sucking up water from the ground, making it damp and therefore not easily burned, but maybe there's a way to do it. I also think that kind of a fire, if you burn live wood or fresh wood or green wood or any of that shit, if I'm not mistaken, the water content in the wood, if you're able to burn it, generates a lot more smoke. But I'm not 100% sure about that. In fact, I'm not even 75% sure about that. That's just like a... I wouldn't call it a guess. It's a little bit better than that, but I don't really know. That's the bottom line. I'm going to try and get closer to these rocks so that we can just kind of go alongside these. Get some wind protection, which doesn't look like the game is affording me. Or it did very briefly, but that's it. Oh, there's a cave here. Let's check that out. Goodbye, branch. Ooh. I'm not above eating roadkill, even though this is absolutely not roadkill. Sure, let's take it all. An hour and 12 minutes. I need it, so whatever. Bye-bye, dear corpse. I may use this cave and cook. Don't really need the food yet.
So cold.
I need to get wood though. I can just wait. This is not a very effective method of warming up, however. Let's go ahead and eat these. And you know what? I will have a soda as well. I was hoping for more calories out of that, but I'll take it. Okay. Can I just wait for like an hour? I think I need a bedroll to do that. Don't do that. Put that away. Pass 1 hour of time to warm up. Pick that up. Temperature appears to have improved, so let's continue on our way. Trying to manage my warmth a little bit better because it's something that I generally don't take very seriously, and I am down to 50% condition, so I don't want to mess with it too much. I'm kind of okay cutting it fairly close on that, but I don't want to go too hard. I think we're pretty okay now. It's only -1. It could reasonably get above 0 here. Probably would if we still had that scarf that got torn up by the bear. But what are you going to do? Can't time travel. Just got to learn from our mistakes and do better. Even though we probably deserve to be dead after getting attacked by the bear. I don't think that's, again, not really something that you should be able to survive, probably. Even though it is a video game, and I completely understand the game designers or the developers' decision to make it work that way. I'm trying to find that word. I don't know why I couldn't remember the word developer in this context. A little bit of a mental breakdown there, but what are you going to do? However, all of that aside, it is time to end this episode. So, as I continue on probably towards the farms, as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join us for the next one as well. Additionally, if you were not already aware, I now stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/electronicmoose from 6 to 8 p.m. PST, 9 to 11 p.m. EST on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so feel free to drop by, check out what we're playing right now. At the time of this recording, we are mainly playing Hollow Knight and Dead Cells, both of which are excellent platforming games. Hollow Knight being a story-based one and progression-based one, in the kind of a Metroidvania type of game, whereas Dead Cells is more of a roguelike, and both of them are superb games, so feel free to drop by and check those out. Otherwise, no problem, just keep watching the YouTube videos if you would prefer. So, like I said, thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. Take care.